Hey, welcome to the Peaceful Spaces podcast, bringing calm to your surroundings. I'm your host, Chelsea, and today we're talking about the benefits of keeping up with daily cleaning, and I'll share with you my cleaning zone schedule. So, for many of us, the thought of cleaning can be really overwhelming. But did you know that daily cleaning can actually lead to a more peaceful home environment? I bet you did. But if you didn't, you do now. So let's start with the physical benefits. When you clean your home regularly, you reduce the amount of dirt, dust, and other allergens that can accumulate in your home. Obviously, this improves the air quality and reduces the risk of any respiratory yucky issues. Another benefit is kind of just this thought of improved time management. When you have a clean home, it's easier to find what you need and you can spend less time looking for lost items. This can free up more time for other activities and help you be more productive. I tell my kids all the time because they come to me and they're like, Mom, I can't find this. And I'm like, did you look in XYZ place? And when they realize that's the system, that's where it is, then they just go right to that spot. There it is. So those are just some benefits to keeping up with daily cleaning. By taking the time to clean your home each day, you can create a peaceful, organized, and healthier living environment. But if you're like me, the thought of having a clean home sounds great, but how on earth is it going to stay that way? I mean, you got to live in your home, right? The way I talk about home cleaning and organizing, it might make it seem like my home looks unlived in. But the truth is if you came to my house right now, there'd be dirty dishes in the sink, and there would probably be kid stuff scattered around the living room. When I first got married, we had Pinterest, okay? But it wasn't this huge social media site that it is today. Most of what you see today is highly curated homes that hit all the check marks of aesthetic and beige. Why is it always beige? Anyway, I have scrolled up and down those pages looking for someone's home that looks like mine, lived in but clean. So I started this process nearly 10 years ago. I started this process nearly 12 years ago when I got married to find the solution to help me keep my apartment clean. But now I had to share this space with a whole other person with different routines and expectations and even definitions of what clean is. So I sat down one Sunday and I created, no lie, the Umberger Homestead Binder. This included things like different checklists for how I cleaned the bathrooms and how I did the laundry. And, this wasn't because we didn't know how to clean. It was because I wanted it to be a simple task list, similar to what I had at work. Now, 12 years later, and our kids are now old enough to get down with chores, and this created the pathway for me to have a simplified checklist for them so they can know what the steps are to getting the house clean and peaceful. So I keep a daily zone cleaning checklist, targeting each area of my home every day of the week. It gets done, and with a checklist, I don't have to worry about if it did or didn't get done. It just does. If you're wanting to come up with your own checklist, no worries, I got you. Here's some thoughts that come to my mind to create your own checklist at home. So, as you're cleaning, make notes on your phone or on a piece of paper and track what you're doing to clean your home. Now, my recommendation is that you would go through cleaning a specific area at least twice, just to make sure you're making special notes of what you like to pay attention to. Once you're done with that, then bam, you have your very own cleaning checklist for your home. So for me, what I do on the daily, I'm going to give you a rundown of this. It's my daily zones, okay? On Mondays, I hit the bathrooms, all of the bathrooms. Just grab my checklist and I do it. My checklist is actually now on my iPad, so it makes it a little bit easier to transport around. But for the longest time, it literally was a binder with like sheet protectors, and then I would like print off the sheets and then stick it in the sheet protectors and then use a dry erase marker to like check off all the lists. Quite thrilling. So Mondays are the bathrooms. Tuesdays are my living room days. Wednesdays are my kitchen and dining room days. Thursdays are the bedrooms. Fridays are my living space refresh days. Saturdays are nothing. I don't do anything except make sure that my kitchen is clean before bedtime. And then Sunday is the Sunday reset, where we get things in motion to start our Mondays off right. Let's talk about laundry. I do not like doing the load of laundry each day schedule. It's just not realistic for me. I'll do all of our laundry on either Wednesdays or Fridays, depending on our schedules. But like, that's not a hard rule either. I literally have towels going in the laundry right now because the pile got big enough for me to do them. With this daily zone checklist, think of it as like a flexible plan for your family. There are some seasons where you just can't do a zone in a day. You have practices, you have lessons, kids have homework, you're getting off work late. You just like don't have the time. The whole point of daily zone cleaning, keeping a cleaning schedule, is to have a day where you can tackle an area without it being so overwhelming. So that's it for today's episode of the Peaceful Spaces podcast. I hope you found this discussion on the importance of having and keeping a daily cleaning schedule enlightening. Remember that by taking care of your home little by little, it won't pile up and feel like such a huge, daunting task. Make yourself a checklist, execute the checklist, and give yourself grace for when there are seasons where it just all can't get done. Join me next time for more tips and advice on creating a peaceful home and how to live in harmony with your surroundings.